You rough this morning?
What was it?
You rough this morning? Thought you said you didn't get pissed.
Right.
Thought you said you didn't get pissed. Yeah, you said you only had 2 or 3. So, don't really know who to believe. Good morning. So this is like a typical Sunday for me. Starting off with cardio. I'm about 40 minutes into a 60-minute session. Just steady away on the bike, put something on the telly, bit of music, shoot the shit. All nice and easy. I've started filming in landscape, so I'm learning already, you know. I'm telling you, this time next week, mate. Sad man. Knocking on the door, getting me to sign up. Cardio in the morning. Electrolytes. I've had my coffee. About another 2 litres of juice. I don't drink water because I'm a child. Run through the full day. Got a couple of bits to do today. I'm in the clinic for half an hour with a client, just a massage appointment. Get that boxed off. Full day of eating normally. We're currently sort of in a bulking phase, but without aggressively driving scale weight up, because you don't need to be doing that. Because I'm always so conscious about getting fat. So cardio stays high, steps stay high. Food increases, but only to warrant an increase in training performance. Nothing just to aggressively drive scale weight up for no reason. If I see that my training starts to struggle or scale weight holds for a continuous amount of time, that's when we look at potentially increasing calories, but not just driving it up for the sake of driving it up. So hold tight, hold steady, full day on the Sunday, and I'll do a training clip analysis again at the end of the video. But I didn't, you know, I've only just got the memo about filming in landscape, as I've mentioned, so that one will still be belayed lines either side. You know, we live and learn. 80 grams of oats, 40 grams of whey, 100 grams of frozen raspberries, 18 grams of dark chocolate. 3 minutes seems like a lot because that's come out like absolute wallpaper paste. A bit more cakey than you might have liked, but hey, sometimes you just got to roll with the punches. 18 grams of dark choc, or as close to 18 grams as I can get. I am splitting hairs over 18 and 20 grams because that's like borderline mental illness. 7, 8, oh, bang on 18. Are you mad? Pink salt, pink Himalayan salt for sodium. Loads of cinnamon on there. Give that a good mix in. That is cinnamon in it, and I ain't just like put cumin on it or something. The whey paste over the top of it. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna go scrape the remnants of the whey paste out of the mug, but I ain't gonna record that because it's like, you know that video of the fella when he's like on Come Down With Me and he puts the full whisk in his mouth? Gives me that vibe. I don't want to go with that. Hello. So meal 2, the time is 1 PM. Meal 2 is 2 Jackie peas, 250 grams of chicken, 100 grams of iceberg lettuce, and then I'm also going to put some Crucial's barbecue sauce on there, mate. Low calories. We've got 87 calories per 100 gram. I'm not having 100 gram. And decaf coffee with a little bit of flavoured syrup. Try and get a close-up on that, mate. That looks great. I'm going to sit and have this. We're currently at 6,500 steps. And then I'm going to go for a walk to the shop because I've run out of honey for tomorrow for the pre-workout meal. You mean? Hello. So this is meal 3. The time is 2:30. It's a little bit quick between, you know, I had my last one at 1, this one at 2:30. Not much of a gap, but I'm hungry, so, you know, getting carried away. I've got 2 more meals today. I'll push them back a little bit further. But all we're having is a pack of microwavable basmati rice, 100 grams of iceberg lettuce, and then right at the very bottom is 160 grams of cooked chicken. You know, the pasta, the packet ones from Asda. And then, again, some Crucial's barbecue sauce. Chucking that over the top. Also, 2 grams of sea salt. I have about 2 grams of salt in every meal. Shit, the car alarms are going off. Hello. This is meal number 4. So this is the penultimate meal of the day. It is 115 grams of cod and 500 grams of boiled baby potatoes. It is potentially the saddest looking meal of the day, but good satiety in the baby potatoes, good protein in the cod for relatively low calories, and I'll just put a load of chip spice on there and some 0% ketchup as well for a little bit of sauce, so I'm not eating it dry. I will do a bit of a close-up, but it'll just make you feel sad because it's not a good-looking meal. But we'll go for it nonetheless.
I have a pudding. Here's my pudding.
That looks good,
Apple
doesn't it?
pie and double cream. And this is my second helping.
What are the calories and macros?
Endless. What's some calories between friends?
Hello. So this is the final meal of the day. It is 250 grams of yogurt, 100 grams of raspberries, 20 grams of dark chocolate. It would usually be a Ninja Creamy, but I forgot to do it apparently. Or someone in the family has sabotaged me, which is what I suspect, more than me forgetting to do it. But nice easy one to finish the day. We'll put the calories and macros on the screen somewhere, wherever I can figure it out, and then we'll move on to the training part of the video. Cheers. Bash. Okay, so this is how I'm setting up my push day. So I'm starting off with a single arm cable crossbody Y raise, where I'm bringing the delt through a full range of motion. I've mentioned before that my shoulder's not great, so I like to make sure that I get that fully warm before I go into any pressing. Then the first press of the day is a hammer strength incline press. So I'm thinking about reverse action Q, driving myself back as hard as I can into that chest pad, rather than thinking about pushing the hands away from me. I'm thinking about pushing myself back into the chest pad to standardise form. When I come down, I'm just thinking about the tricep or the upper arm getting in line with the shoulder blade, and then slight pause in either extremity, so at the bottom and at the top. It's extremely heavy in the short position. The hammer strength kit, notoriously heavy in the short position, so I need to really make sure that I'm driving myself back the full way. Same cues with a flat press. So on this one, it's a pin loaded matrix press. Again, I'm having to use a box because I'm not very tall. Also, it just improves the alignment ever so slightly. Same with a reverse action cue, again on this one. And then after this one, we are doing a bit of hugging practice. We've got a pec deck at 3 sets, thinking about keeping the chest up nice and proud, thinking about squeezing my shoulder blades as hard as I can to elevate that chest forward, and then letting the bicep drive as hard as I can into the side of the chest, taking a very slight pause in the stretch and a very slight pause in the short position as well. Then we're moving into some arms, difficult one to get into, mate, having to march it up to the top position, and we're starting with a daisy chain overhead extension, very similar to the one that I do on my posterior and arm day, but slightly less of an angle on it, a little bit more of a horizontal press. And then I've got a daisy chain tricep extension, so again using the bench for added stability, pinching the shoulders back, and it's just good alignment with a bit of a longer rope. I'm using 2 daisy chains again because my shoulder's a bit naff, driving the bicep into the wrist at the top there to get the full stretch of the tricep, and then driving it down as hard as I can, locking the elbow at the bottom. Finishing off with 3 sets on a seated lateral raise machine, pin loaded again, 3 sets of 8 to 10 on this one, thinking about driving the hands out and away from me. If you're trying to grow your delts, make sure that you are spending more time out wide than you are overhead. Your anterior delt, front of your shoulder, is going to get a lot of growth and a lot of love from any chest dominant pressing, so spend more time out wide than you are overhead. Volume for the day is 3 sets on a standing cable Y raise, 2 sets on a incline machine press, 2 sets on a flat machine press, 3 sets on a pec deck, 3 sets on overhead extension, 3 sets on tricep push down, and 3 sets on a lateral raise machine. Yeah, mate. So obviously the full recording thing is still a little bit of a learning curve. I'm gonna try and be as consistent with it as possible so I can use the content for, obviously, worst case scenario, I pick up 0 traction on this sort of YouTube, but I can use all the clips for my Instagram and stuff like that, which is at Coach by Kieran. Give it a follow. Main part of me actually doing this is for brand awareness, raising brand awareness for CBK, which is my coaching. So there are coaching spaces available. I coach out of JD gyms in Hull, either 1-to-1, but I offer online coaching as well. There's a couple of transformations that I'll post, transformations of myself as well, because I used to be fat and now I'm not quite as much. And then I'm also a MSK clinician working out of Body Boost Clinic in Hull as well. So if there is anything that you need for injuries, drop me a message on Instagram, get booked into the clinic, we'll run through everything, get a rehabilitation plan in place and make sure that you're recovered, ready and fighting fit. And then I also offer coaching as well, 1-to-1 or in person. click the link in the Instagram bio, drop me a message on Instagram at coachbykieran, and we'll have a chat. Cheers for watching. See you in a bit.